Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What the fuck you doing?
Hey, you gonna come for the park?
No, you said you was working today.
Yeah, but I got off early.
Oh. Why you up early?
They wanted to ease it back in for the first day. I was like, tomorrow I'll do the full shift. I was like, oh, y'all doing me a favor.
I did not know you was gonna be here.
Yeah, good. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I was like, damn. But then I was remember, like, oh yeah, I didn't call you, tell you I was coming. Cause I was like, you looking at me like you saw a ghost.
Yeah. Like, what the hell?
Like you saw Satan walking in the house. Oh shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh man. By the time I got home, I was so drunk yesterday. Yo. I'm just glad I made it home.
Okay, let me do something real quick. Alright. Did you scoot a little bit more this way? Let me just try to capture one shot. I'm live on YouTube right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I was good.
I was just getting ready to go live when you walked in the door. That's how I really wasn't. You guys really have to let me know ahead of time, cause I set up.
Yeah.
The set it doesn't help me for my setup. It's just stressing me the shit out. Like for no reason. Like it's bothering the fuck out of me right now. Because like you need to let me know. Cause you could have just joined like from the thing and then we could have still done this.
Right.
Like I was anticipating. You told me you was gonna work today. I'm anticipating like when you last said if I'm starting at 12, you could have been like, hey, I'm gonna come. Like you could have said that in one sentence. And all you did was hey, you still gonna start at 12? I always start at 12. My goal is always to start at 12. 12:07. Mondays, Fridays, Wednesdays, 8:07. Like that's always the goal. Like unless I sit on the mess like, hey, I'm changing some shit up because of XYZ, that's flat.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I think that works for those two. Alright. That'll get you in it. I guess that works. Alright. Let me start the goddamn show. That's already live. The only thing I needed to do live was mix alarm. Alright. And where is... Let's start the show. Did I just go over mix alarm? There we go.
As Metro's Mercury grade approaches, I shall create the illest podcaster known to mankind.
But Master, what are you going to do?
Howard Stern, Stephen A. Smith, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle.
Why Dave Chappelle?
'Cause he's a funny motherfucker. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Because he has money. You fucking dickhead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Master. I'm very sorry.
The heart of India. The strength of a black man. And the pride of a Spaniard. I present to you MyT! It's alive!
He's walking, master. He's walking.
MyT Sports!
Afternoon, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Dollar Doe Martilla. I got my co-host with me, the Quiet Storm KJ. KJ, say what's up to the people.
What's up, people?
Yo, it is another Enfuego day in the hottest city in the world. It is January 11th. They told us we're supposed to have highs of 79, lows of 62. Right now it's about 65 degrees.
I live where you vacation.
Yo, it is so sweet.
I live where you want to be.
But if you guys can see, yo, we got a lot to talk about today. Yo, Bills Mafia told the Mafia to go ahead and get the tables. The Knicks fall twice. KD returns. Chicago stinks. Tampa Bay shines. All that and more on the MyT Sports Podcast. But you know what I say? Regardless of the time.
Take that, take that, take that.
And regardless of the weather.
You play to win the game. Hello?
Let's stir some shit up. Let's start talking. Woo! Back at it like a sports fanatic. MyT Sports. Woo! This is season 6. Episode 69. We may get a little dirty today. Excerpt 262. And in case you guys don't forget, let me start off the podcast with this. The best way to catch the podcast, you can catch it live on the website, mytsports.net. You can see it in the background. You can see if you're watching on YouTube live or if you're watching on Instagram live, you can see it, mytsports.net. If you're listening to me live, you can listen to me on the website, mytsports.net. Or you can go down to my Podbean app. Not my Podbean app, the Podbean app. And in the Podbean app, you can join the conversations there. You say, yeah, so if you ever want to type in, right, for me to actually see what's going on, Mark 3, you got Mark in the house. If you ever want to join the conversations or call up like Mark may do in just a minute, you can do so as well through the Podbean app. Or the easiest way to listen to the podcast, just tell your smart speaker, hey yo, smart speaker, play this latest episode of the MyT Sports Podcast. But you gotta spell it out for them. You have to tell them to play the latest episode of the MyT Sports Podcast, and I'll bring up the latest episode, and you'll be able to hear all of our lovely voices bumping in your airways, kicking that brand new sports flavor in your ear. There we go. So now let's start off with the first topic of the day.
First of all, first things first.
Like I said, the Bills went to their home crowd. And they said to them, do I need to do a refresh? I think I needed to do a refresh. They told them, hey yo, go get those tables. Like, and can I tell you, it was sweet. It was good to see the Bills win. Cause they've been banging on that door for a while now. I got a couple of friends that are Bills fans. Like
Shout out to Lou.
Yo.
Dig up.
Listen, as he answered the call too. You can't stand none of that shit. What's going on, Miracle Apparel? I'm not gonna have you on tomorrow. We're gonna have to wait till next Tuesday. We're gonna have to text and talk about that one. I don't know if I can do this Tuesday yet or. Nah, now I'm listening out for the door and shit. I'm like, am I going to expect any more visitors today? But they told him to get to tables, and they were able to beat the Colts 24-27. And now Phillip Rivers is gonna have a Nickelodeon special with all of his kids. They go ahead and they watch the Buffalo Bills take on the next opponent in the next round. But the Bills tried to give this game away. They tried to give this game away, and this was at the beginning of that. This was at the end of the first half. Like, they got lucky. The Buffalo, like, I'm happy for the Bills. I'm proud of you. Take your bow, take your lap, go hang on the rim. Like, we give you it all. Like we'll get you it all.
There's definitely something outside.
Oh. Okay. Like, they definitely told them to go ahead. But they tried to get this game away. They tried to get this game away. And in the very first half of this game, at the end of the first half of this game, they threw 2 interceptions. That they were lucky that it did not... Huh? The window is open. They were very lucky that was Mama Dukes for anybody that was able to see. She came in to go get the card real quick. All right. They were very lucky because the first interception that they threw got called back because it was offsides. So he did what he was supposed to do, and he took a shot down deep. But that shot down deep was basically to the other team, and he ran that route. He almost looked like he ran that route for a party.
He ran that bitch all the way back.
Me to a party. Oh shit! No, wait, Blue. No, wait, I can't do that. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked on that. My bad, Lou. I'm on the podcast. If you want to, like, I didn't even mean to join that. We'll see what happens. Because Lou may be hearing this. We may not be hearing this. He may actually come across on the airway. It sounds like he's about to join every bit of this. Get your headset together. Get your shit together, man. Get your shit together. Nobody wants to hear you. Well, nobody cares about your Goyas. But you know what, though? This is actually perfect timing. Actually, Lewis, I'm not on the box, but call into the podcast because we're talking about the Buffalo Bills. Can you hear me? Fuckface. Yeah. We lost Lewis. So, he did what he was supposed to do.
Right.
At the end of they called it offsides. He took a shot down deep. Unfortunately, the shot down deep ended up going to the other team. Right? So, the play gets called back. And they go for the same damn... At least that's what it looked like to me. They went for the same damn play. And they were Listen, you know what the first thing that came to my mind when I knew that was an incompletion? This is why you're not a receiver. And the Buffalo Bills are lucky.
This is why you play defense.
For real. Because you're good enough to get there and break it up. But you ain't always good enough to catch it.
That would have been a hell of an interception too, man.
Man, like that first one was be the game changer, right? It was gonna be a game changer.
Because that was a pick 6. Indy beat themselves. I mean, Buffalo did make plays. That fourth down when they got pressure and had to make Rivers float, drift back and float that because that was a touchdown. That's a touchdown right there. But he slightly overthrew him due to pressure, and Indianapolis really got in their way. They really did. They missed a field goal. Maybe a little bit too aggressive at times. I wish a few other NFL teams were a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, you mean
a little, but that's for
that's
day.
Listen, no, guys. Let's to give you a heads up. We're talking Indy and Buffalo today, Chicago and New Orleans, Tampa Bay and Washington. On Wednesday night's podcast is when we'll get into Baltimore and Tennessee, the Rams versus Seattle, and Cleveland versus Pittsburgh.
Rams Seattle was Saturday though.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what you do.
It was the better one. I took a couple of the shitty games for today. I left
shitty games. Damn.
I left the shittier games for today. Like not Buffalo. Buffalo did their thing.
Like, I was about to say Buffalo. That wasn't a shitty game.
No. Like you know, I'm giving the AFC least their love. You know, I start off every Monday morning with the AFC least.
Okay.
That's on the trash.
So, yeah.
Shit. So I gotta remind myself about
AFC,
shit.
AFC.
Yeah, I gotta start off.
AFC East, Buffalo, Brady, and then what was the other one we talking about?
And I'm gonna talk Chicago, New Orleans.
But shitty game. Yeah, oh my god,
exactly.
You want to talk about shitty game? Jesus Christ.
So
shitty game. Man,
so I'm gonna go from the good.
Pee Wee football would have been better than that shit.
So I'm gonna go from the good. So we're gonna cover it all. We're gonna cover the good, the bad, and the ugly today because it's exactly what it was, right? But the Buffalo Bills still took care of what they needed to take. They took care of their business. The game was 24-7. They got a key interception. Now, during the regular season, I got to disconnect from you, Lou. Like, I don't know what the hell you're doing over there. Yeah, exactly. Mute you. This guy. This is my fault. Because I accidentally joined the Xbox party on my phone. Thinking that he was trying to join the Instagram party. Yeah. So, like, that's my fault. You know, technical difficulties. Too much technology going on here. Too much technology is never a bad thing either. Never. Just so you guys know, I'm on your side. Until you decide you want to eradicate all the humans, then I'm human. Give me my bionic leg first. Seahawks make a mistake. Prioritizing Russell defense over defense. We'll get to that later. We'll see about that tomorrow. But that's always what happens when you finally have to pay your quarterback, because with this win here, they're gonna have to pay Josh Allen. Like, they got to pay Josh Allen. Like,
before the game, there was already talks about a serious extension over the summer. So they're getting ready to back up that truck for Mahomes type, Watson type money.
And he wasn't the only young quarterback this weekend that their pockets are going to should highly benefit from them winning a playoff game over this weekend. A couple of them. There's at least 3.
Both of those we have to talk till Wednesday.
We're gonna talk about on Wednesday, but there's at least 3. We only talk about one today, but there's at least 3 that, based off what they did so far this weekend, it's right around time for all of them too. That's the reason why I'm saying it was. Yes. It's so
they were
important.
all in the same draft.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Good. There you go. Even more so. I thought they may have been like 1 year apart for some of them. You know what I mean? Maybe I thought. I keep thinking like one of them was being paid early or some shit like that. Like was like a year up early, but maybe not. They all on the same. That's right. Yeah. They're on the same draft.
All in the same draft.
Jackson, Allen, and then because the other one should be the one out of New York, right? No, or is he already out the league?
Who? Rosen?
Rosen was the other guy. Was Rosen the other guy?
Mayfield was in that draft too.
No, I know Baker Mayfield was in that draft. I was thinking either the Jets quarterback or Rosen. I couldn't remember which one came out that year.
I think he came out that year too. I think Darnold and Rosen came out that year as well. There was about 5, 6 of them in that draft. Yeah, so all in the first round.
No, Watson
was Mahomes, and then that was like 17.
Okay.
17 draft.
Yeah, we'll talk about Deshaun Watson on Wednesday. I don't even know if I want to save that for today until Wednesday, man. Like, you're here with me now.
I'm so conflicted on that, but getting more information, I'm not as hard on it as I was. Because from hearing what I've heard going on in that,
what's going on in Miami, or you going on in Houston?
What's going on in Houston?
Ah, okay.
What's going on in Houston?
Okay, because when you said that, I was like, okay.
Because then when I hear what's going on in Houston, and the fact that he wants to go there with what they have there in terms of the coach and the GM, and the fact what he wanted in Houston, because that's the main reason that he signed that extension. They gave him a bunch of promises and this and that, which basically now has turned into lip service. So he signed that because they gave him their word that they were gonna do this, that, and the third, and when they didn't do this, that, and the third,
they're doing the complete opposite of this, that, and the third.
Literally.
Like they're doing,
that's why he's like,
they're doing which one in the 6.
which is basically why he's on this. All right, I got to get out of here. Move and trying to get to Miami. Shout out to him for getting that no trade clause in that deal.
Big facts.
That no trade clause. You can't just send me to anywhere without approval.
Exactly. Like if I'm disgruntled and I don't play, you can just dump me anywhere. I'm just not playing. But you know who ain't playing either? Stephon Diggs.
Woo! That motherfucker there.
Game wrecker.
Him and Devontae Adams have been the best 2 receivers in the league this year. And anybody who tries to debate me on that, I will slap the shit out of you.
I think that was you that asked me who's the best wide receiver. Was that you that asked that question on the podcast last week?
I didn't ask. What I said was all this, love to Stephon, and I'm just like, okay, well, remember that there's a motherfucker in Green Bay who's been doing his shit too in 2 fewer games and has 10 more touchdowns.
And yes, definitely. And if I wouldn't be upset if either one of those.
I can't wait to watch him go against Jalen Ramsey.
Ooh. I would. Oh man, yeah. See, that's gonna
be. God. Hey, Packers better be ready because the Rams could shit on their whole parade. I don't know about my pick for that one yet. I really don't.
The Rams can definitely shit
on their parade.
They can definitely shit on our parade. Definitely they can. Oh, didn't get the green screen up like I wanted. Alrighty. Stephon Diggs. He put up 100 and I want to say, there we go. I would say 78. 128 yards and 6 catches. 1 touchdown. But also, Josh Allen balled too. Over 50 yards rushing. Rushed for a touchdown, passed for 2. And in this game, even though it's not as apparent in all the other games, because in all the other games, everybody had damn near 2 turnovers. But this kind of shows you that in the regular season where we say, hey, if you have 4 interceptions, like you're basically throwing this game away. In the playoffs, if you have 2 interceptions, when shit is getting tighter, you're basically throwing this game away. And hey,
time of possession, turnover battle is huge come postseason play. Huge.
But Buffalo needs a running game. Buffalo, when they get up, they need something more sturdy than what they have as a running game.
Which is why I can't pick them to.
And Zach Moss went out. I just remember that. Zach Moss went out on this team, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought he got hurt. Yeah, I thought he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But they still have the other dude too, Singletary, who's nice. They just don't. They don't even like. Sometimes
they had 21 rushes between Josh Allen, Singletary, and Ross.
21 total.
Yeah,
with Allen being the leading rusher, that's
exactly.
not going to get it done.
Not at all.
Especially next week.
Not against the Rams.
Ravens, yeah.
Oh, Ravens are
No, that will not get it done. That will not get it done. That team will not let you step. He threw it how many times?
35.
35. That team will not let you stand there, throw 35 times, complete 26 of them for 324, 2 times.
They're gonna make them open.
You have to work.
Listen,
for that.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you this. If they win,
Baltimore is hot right now.
If Buffalo wins, it's gonna be because Josh Allen has closer to like 100 yards. Like he's had somewhere between 80 and 100 yards versus this 54.
If they're gonna win, they need the running game.
Ooh, we could see both running backs go for over 100 yards this game.
Oh. For who? Because Baltimore might have 3 motherfuckers go for over 100
I'm
yards.
sorry. I said running backs. Did I? Both quarterbacks go for over 100 yards. It's possible. We can see both.
I know one is damn sure going to, because he's gonna need to if they're gonna win.
I think both needs to go over 80 yards for them to win. Whatever I'm saying about spoiler alert. Whatever I'm saying about Buffalo's gonna take to win, it's basically gonna be a lot of the same for Baltimore. Like I understand, like. At least for Buffalo, they have a game record in as a wide receiver when it comes to, when it comes to Stephon Diggs. Baltimore doesn't quite have that. So
at all.
So it's gonna be a lot more on their legs. But even with them, Buffalo having that, they still gonna require, in my eyes, at minimum 80 yards from their quarterback and a touchdown. And we know for a fact that at bare minimum, you're going to have to get 80 yards from Jackson and a touchdown, if not 2, to be able to get that victory. Like, they're both going to be coming for each other. These are two high-powered offenses in different realms, right? But still 2 high-powered offenses. 2 young quarterbacks are going to like to run the ball. I'm basically giving you all my analysis already for Wednesday, even though we ain't finished talking about the games today.
Shit happens.
They're gonna both have to run the ball. They're gonna both have to be prepared. Both of them gonna have defenses. The only thing about Baltimore has a little bit more running game, but also all of their running backs can't score because all of their running backs don't do all running back things. Like sometimes play special teams. So now we can't see Mr. Big Trust, Mark Ingram play a game because the other running backs there are a little bit more skilled overall.
He's 31 years old. He won't be on that team next year.
Yeah, he's probably going to be going. But they're more skilled overall. They have Dobbins and all them other boys, and also they couldn't put him on the third running back on the depth chart because he don't do special teams. So because of that, he's over there watching.
Just watching.
He's done. He might
chilling, cooling.
Listen, so if they don't win this year, then he's gonna have to go find another team to go try to win with. And I think he may be a great locker room guy, but right now it's not about that time. So when you play Buffalo, you should prepare for a shootout. You gotta prepare for a shootout. This is why I think throughout the whole entire year, people thought Buffalo's gonna be so dangerous and compared to Kansas City because they can do the shootout with them. Like at least they believe that they can do the shootout with them. because both teams kind of lack on defense. You know, in some areas. You know, but they also got good solid.
They play spot defense.
Yeah,
spot defense.
But
they'll get that timely turnover, that timely stop that's necessary. But they're not. Oh my God, we gotta see the Chiefs defense. Oh my God, we gotta see the Bills defense.
Yeah.
Now the only defense in this motherfucking playoffs that is, oh my God, I gotta see that is the fucking Rams. Yes. Those motherfuckers there. 99. What? 20 outside, best corner in the league, Jalen Ramsey. I said it. That Stephon Gilmore bullshit, cut it out. That Stephon Gilmore, Tre'Davious White shit, cut it out. How that man shut down DK? All right. When I saw Stephon go play that man, it was work. Tre'Davious, when he saw Tre'Davious as well, DK still worked. So I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. Jalen Ramsey, best corner in the league. Try me if you want to.
Yeah, that.
Ooh, Adams and Ramsey next. Devontae Adams. Oh, and Ramsey next week. I tell you the Rams could fuck that shit up because I don't trust. Because that's going to be give or take. I feel like Ramsey will get the better battle. And the problem is, from there, I don't trust the other. What else is there outside of Adams? Valdez-Scantling is good for one big play, and then he's one for one big drop. He can't have that in this game because I don't feel like they're going to have that much time to throw the ball. They have an offensive lineman who tore his ACL in practice around the game against Tennessee. So Rodgers will not have time to stand back there and just pat, run outside, find some. No.
That's gonna be one of the interesting matchups. Now, while Buffalo said to the Colts, "Hey, this is no country for old men," that wasn't quite the case when it came to New Orleans and Chicago.
Ugly ass.
But that's also because Chicago
sorry.
Stinks.
Sorry, bro.
God.
Sorry.
Like,
if that's what you were gonna give me, I would have loved to see Kyler Murray had another week off and then try to come back.
Washington put up a better fight.
Exactly. Washington put a hell of a fight.
I think the Giants would have put up a better fight. The whole NFC East would have put up a better fight. This was disgusting. But you know what though? Kudos for the New Orleans Saints. They come over this 9-21 victory. Chicago looked bad, but the Saints did their job. What they're supposed to do.
They did what they're supposed to do.
Right. Now let me just give you a couple of these numbers because that's what I have written down. Give the numbers. So let's give these numbers because it was nothing fancy. Like one of the I guess most interesting things about the Saints right now is that we all know that this is Drew Brees' last year. And when I say that, we all know, everybody knows. His players knows, his coaches knows, the fans know.
And he hasn't even said it officially. So just from how he's playing and things are going,
but it's been leaked.
It's over.
It's been leaked too.
It's over.
So when it comes to him, you feel like now everybody's like, okay, we can't let whatever happened in Minnesota for the last 2 years happen to us. We need to be on our P's and Q's. And their P's and Q's were the NOs that took out Chicago. Alvin Kamara, 23 touches, 99 yards, 1 touchdown. We had Deontay Harris with 88 yards. We have Michael Thomas with 73 yards. And then he's just finding receivers all over. Jared Cook, Kamara, Burton, Humphrey, Murray, Hill, Tradum, Sanders. These are all the people that caught balls for him. There's 10 different receivers. So he's going to get the ball. He's going to share the ball out there. And he's going to keep trying to make things look clean. And we're going to see how far he can take this run.
I don't know about that.
Listen, I don't
know about that.
I don't know if he's going to take this run far either.
I don't know either. Hey, Brady coming to town.
But that's the game that we all... That's the GOAT game we've been waiting to see.
There are 2 games. There are 2 games... Out of the 4, there are 2 games I'm really going to be watching. In terms of don't hit my phone, don't nothing.
Just 2?
2.
Not 3?
Nah, 2.
Okay.
2. 2.
Out of all 4?
2.
Not 3?
2.
Okay.
2.
Not 2?
Just 2. Let's try it. Just 2.
I try to put some duck season, rabbit season, some shit on.
Just two. And those two are both in the NFC. Both the NFC games. That Rams Packers, I am going to have, because you see the year Rodgers had, MVP. You're not getting no younger. As much as I love him, he's my favorite quarterback, but it's getting close to that time where it's like, hey, we need another one. We need another one to validate some things here. And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to pull it out against the Rams. I'm not. But, and say you pull it out. Chances are you're going to see the GOAT the following week. And I'm just like, I don't know. And then that other game, obviously, Bucks Saints. I'm watching that game for both of the quarterbacks. I'm like, Brady, you were brought here for games like this. You were brought here to win Super Bowl. We lose here, then what the fuck? And then obviously with the Saints, Drew, last hurrah, like, what we gonna do here? You lose, it's over. Like, you go home, retire, really rest those ribs and punctured lung. Like, I'm gonna be watching those games mainly for the three quarterbacks. The AFC games, the Chiefs have no pressure. They're playing with house money. Cleveland, congratulations. Bills, Ravens.
Same old. You willing to say? You willing to say same old Browns?
I didn't do that. Trust me, I can't wait to chew into them niggas. I can't, because they have issues. They have huge issues. I can't wait to chew into them niggas. But Ravens, Bills, that's really nothing to talk about. There's gonna be a good game, but there's no major storyline for me to worry about there. The storylines for next week is Rodgers gonna come through, and which old quarterback is gonna take the L and probably end his career.
You know what though? I still like the young quarterback story too, though. Even though
because they have time. They have time. The other two games, time is moving fast. For Breeze, that shit is moving like, I don't know, like the goddamn, if you saw that movie, what's it called? That train movie with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, Speed? It's moving like that train. Time is fucking moving. For Brady, time moves, and then all of a sudden you get stuck in traffic for a little bit with him. And then time moves again. With Rodgers, that shit is speeding up on him. You know, like, it's really only speeding up for the type of season that he's had. It's back-to-back 13-win seasons. It would be, all I know is for Green Bay, for the year that they just had, mainly Rodgers as most likely he's winning this MVP, it would look very, very bad if they were to lose at home to the Rams.
I just realized that the AFC has all of the future.
Exactly. So, AFC has all the future. NFC has the...
This is actually what makes it even more interesting to me, because you know what? A lot of these old guys, outside of Drew Brees, well, I should say outside of Drew Brees, because if I had to rank it, it'll probably be, I want to see Aaron Rodgers win first, and then if Drew Brees falls out without one, then, and then I don't give a fuck about Tom Brady winning. I actually want him to fail. So, but I want to see which one of these young gunners are gonna come out, because that's basically what. Listen, somebody's got to challenge Kansas City. I understand that everybody has Kansas City penciled in, but
I don't.
These are gonna be to come out the AFC.
No, it's not. It's like you said. It's penciled in. It's not permanent marker.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so everybody already have Kansas City penciled in, but there's still Baltimore, and that's still a young team. There's still Buffalo, that's still a young team. And I know we've written off Cleveland, but that's still a young. So that's where all of the future. And these guys, if they maintain, we're gonna be like just like how we've seen Drew Brees and Tom Brady and so on and Aaron Rodgers for years and Tom. These are the next guys that we're gonna be seeing do for years. And I'm just as invested in watching them do their thing a little bit more than I'm watching some of these old funny. Because once again, Tom Brady, I'd rather fall off, and the only two guys that I'm looking forward to is Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. And Drew Brees, yeah, he's on his last leg, and Aaron Rodgers may have 3 more years, but he's gonna have to start getting done, especially because he can't throw away seasons like this.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I look more for. Don't get me wrong. All 4 games are huge when you like really dissect it. But the biggest one to me is the Packers game. For me, that's the biggest one. 'Cause I'm like, bro,
that matchup is gonna be ridiculous.
I'm like, brother, the year you just had, I get that the Rams are a tough month, are gonna be a beast to take down. They're gonna be a fucking beast.
You're gonna have to earn
every single motherfucking yard. But all I know is if you lose that motherfucker, all I know is it'd be very tough for Aaron Rodgers fans like myself to stand on that podium for you and talk our shit about you and talk our shit for you. It'll be very, very tough if you do not win that game.
Well, the Rams are the young ones. There's the one young squad that's up and coming that you have to worry about. So in
young
this
squad, bro. You know what they are? They're the fucking monsters. That's what they are.
Like
that defense,
and they don't even have my chain snatcher over there anymore.
Man,
he's over there doing commentating.
Man, sucking by the way. Really sucking. He sounds like a nigga up in the booth. I've heard him a few times.
Yeah, I have too.
I'm like, brother, we gonna have to work on that, Khalid.
But you know what it is?
We gonna have to work on that.
They have a school. You know, the NFL has a school for the help transition. He's gonna be going to their broadcasting school.
Woo.
Full fast.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
It literally sounds like it's one of us up in the booth.
He's like, yeah, like he gonna have to work on wrapping him up. I'm like,
that's Hakeem, nigga. Can you not sound like a nigga in the booth?
Like
you know what you sound like? You sound like the Pop Warner football leagues down here when they actually have people up in there talking over game. Like, bro, if you don't get your gold teeth sounding ass nigga having sounding ass the fuck about that fucking booth.
I just remember that Mark's wife asked me to do to broadcast to do the starting lineup to announce one of their games. Hold on, let me pull up my PayPal. I have to remember what my rate is for that.
Yeah, man. The dynamic of Rodgers, Brady, and Breeze. I tell you, I'm gonna have my eye on it, and when my phone might be on airplane mode. Like, don't fucking call me during those games. Do not. Absolutely do not. Don't call me. Don't text me for shit. Somebody's dying. All right, they had their time. Leave me alone. Somebody got in an accident. Cool, I wasn't there. Leave me alone. Work calling me. Fuck you. It's Saturday. Don't call my phone. The fuck is wrong with you? Leave me alone during them games. I'm watching that shit. Oh, speaking of game, I'm gonna be watching Alabama, Ohio State.
Oh yeah, that's coming on tonight.
That's tonight.
That is coming on tonight.
Alabama favored by 9. Oh, I can't wait to place my bet. Oh my goodness. Hell no.
Now, the last game that I'm going to talk about, right? At least football.
No, Mark, you cannot call me for happy hour while I'm watching them games. No, you cannot. Actually, you try to call. I will make sure your call goes through straight to voicemail. That's damn sure. Don't call me during them games.
Now,
damn, I was so drunk yesterday. Fuck.
Listen, now, I understand that next week, right? We're gonna have our two drunk uncles playing football, right? This is really gonna be our two older uncles fighting. This is gonna be Tyson Jones Jr. on the football field. Yeah, this is the Uncle Bowl. This is the Uncle Bowl. Speaking of Uncle Bowls,
there's gonna be a lot of flags. Just know, defense, don't touch them quarterbacks. Be careful now. Don't fuck yourself up with a roughing the passer.
Speaking of,
because you know you can't touch them niggas. Don't hit them too hard.
Now
those two, they are the reason why roughing the passer is out of pocket.
Now Tampa Bay played Washington, beat them 31-23. I was really impressed by Washington.
I told you that game was gonna be closer than you thought.
Washington, brand new quarterback, came in there and he fought, busted up his shoulder, came back out there, was like, this is the only chance I'm ever gonna get in my life.
I'm not gonna lie, the way you see, and this is how bad of an organization that Washington is. They're so fucking knee jerk. It's crazy. They're actually considering letting him be the starter come next season. And not drafting a quarterback.
Taylor Heineke?
Yeah, Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Heineke. Heineken or whatever his name is.
Heineken, whatever. Oh shit!
What happened? You just got alert? Do I gotta do an alert?
Pelicans, Mavs game, Celtics, Bulls postponed for COVID.
Canceled. Say that again. Who? Which two teams?
Pelicans and Mavs and Celtics, Bulls postponed for COVID.
Pelicans and Mavs.
Here we go. And the dynamic with the NBA, they're gonna have a lot. There's gonna be a lot of canceled games. They said they're not going to pause, but I don't see how you can't do
You know what, though?
because there's a whole lot fewer people involved who can play than in the NFL or college football. You can get away with it because I'm like, you got 53 people you got to choose from. In the NBA, you have what
15, 16?
16 men.
Listen, that's when your G League affiliate team is gonna start coming into play.
Shit.
A lot of these two-way contracts.
Shit, I know G League niggas is like this right now.
Like, yo, one more sickness, B. One more sick. Like, yo,
Cause they gonna
hit him like, yo, is that him? Is that him? Babe, don't tie up that phone. I know we don't got house phones anymore, but like, yo, babe, don't tie up the phone. I'm expecting a call.
Dead ass. This is when you start having this is when them niggas start having multiple phones. Making sure they miss no call. Because if the NBA is not going to consider thinks they won't have to pause the season, they're gonna have to start calling these G League their G League squads and start calling them up.
They are.
It's the only way.
Because what was the game that was already postponed?
The Heat Celtics.
Celtics. Yes.
My whole ticket got burned because that game got postponed.
Oh, your bet ticket?
My bet ticket. And that's fucked up. That is fucked up.
So
this nigga Stephen A. I gotta make sure I subscribe to ESPN Plus just so I can watch that.
Stephen A. World.
Stephen A's World.
Oh, look at him. What?
Yeah, that shit look like it's gonna be some good TV.
He coming out there like Mr. Rogers. Let's see what's about to happen. Let's find out what's about to happen.
I would definitely make sure I subscribe to that shit just so I can watch it.
Wait, that's today?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's today.
Okay.
I gotta subscribe to ESPN.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I can catch all of my other New York programs on ESPN. Like my New York radio programs, I can see them on ESPN Plus. I learned that today. Like Bart and Hahn, you can watch on ESPN Plus. I was like, ooh. And people don't know about Alan Hahn. I've said this before on the podcast, and I'll say it again. Alan Hahn is the reason why I joined Twitter. Literally, he's the reason, because he was the New York Knicks beat writer at the time. And he was the only, unless you followed Newsday and read his articles, like he used to drop gems. Listen, and he has a badass playlist too. Like his playlist was so badass, I thought he was black. I had to double check and be like, yo, wait a minute. I could have swore Alan Horn was white. Like, but this playlist he keeps sharing though. Like this is harder than mine.
Bro, this is crazy. And I told my mans this. I'm like, bro, this is how much pull Stephen A. has with ESPN. This is how vital he is to ESPN. He has me all of a sudden like, I'll get ESPN Plus because I'm just like most of the stuff that's on ESPN Plus, I can catch that online. I can stream that online if I want to. And I almost subscribed last year when they brought NFL Primetime back, only because I fucking love Chris Berman, and that show after watching all Sunday games when I was younger was fucking lit so I almost did it then, but I was like still. And then of course I found out not too long ago that I could still stream that shit online. So I didn't do it then. But Stephen A's World, I'm like, damn, how could I watch that if I don't watch it on ESPN Plus? Shit, fuck it. I'm about to get ESPN Plus. And I remember, because I listened to the interview that he did with Hot 97. That nigga said Disney Plus, the reason why they did it, because Disney Plus's numbers, when they came, or right now, 85 mil subscribers. ESPN Plus, which has been here longer, 11 mil. So they needed to get that money up. They need to come up with better content. Hence, enter Stephen A's World.
They gotta come up with better content. Like I understand.
They need better and more content. Jalen Jacoby, a show that fucking I still have no idea why this show has like not blown up. I'm trying to make sure I catch this shit as often as I can. Jalen Rose needs more shit with ESPN.
Because Jalen Rose had thoughts already. Like he has television thoughts. Like he wanted to do the thing Jalen versus the World. He wanted to do what I was that first episode with the Kobe and the 81 Olives was supposed to be from a sitcom, a little thing that he was doing called Jalen versus the World. But I don't think that ever took off.
Yeah, it didn't take off. Jalen versus everybody.
Oh, Jalen versus everybody.
Yeah,
there
Jalen versus everybody.
That's the Detroit slogan. Detroit versus everybody.
Oh, Mark, I got Ohio State upset.
I was gonna ask. Hold on, jeez. We're gonna get to all of that.
My bad. Actually, no, I might take that back. I gotta think about it more.
So let me ask you: were you impressed by Tampa Bay this weekend?
No, they did what I thought they were gonna do.
I wasn't impressed by Tampa Bay either.
I wasn't impressed. And they did what they were supposed to do. I was more impressed with Washington, but like I said, this is how that game went. Is exactly what I thought. I thought the Washington defensive line was going to have some type of impact on Tampa Bay's offense, and they did. If Heineke had about maybe 5 or 6 games before that, and that offense looked how it looked last night in those 5-6 games,
Because Heineke had led his team in rushing with 46 yards, 104 yards. He had passing over to Cam Sims. Like he was finding players. 26 for 44 with 306 yards, 1 touchdown, and it's his first play.
Kid
first
played
time
with
playing.
heart, man. He played with heart.
Way more impressed by him. Way more impressed by what this Washington whatchamacallits did. You know what I mean? Versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Like Leonard Fournette. Like he found listen, Leonard Fournette, we know what his problem was. Like he has arthritic knees. Like I don't let's fully
knees are shot.
Let's fully address he has arthritic knees. So he was never gonna be the guy that I was gonna be a workhorse anymore throughout the league. But can he come in for one game and carry the ball 19 times for 93 yards and a touchdown? Fucking right he did.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right. Man, fucking right. And don't they also have LaShawn McCoy? Where the fuck is he?
I don't even think he was active.
This is crazy. They running the ball with Antonio Brown while you have LaShawn McCoy.
AB working.
It worked.
AB working though. AB's working though.
He is. Like he better.
AB is working though.
If he ever gets another
all
contract,
that talk about AB, what y'all motherfuckers got to say now?
the talk that he's a piece of shit as a human being. That hasn't changed.
Fuck out of here.
I mean, that hasn't changed. Nobody ever said anything about his skills. We said
No. Oh no.
As a person,
hell no.
As a person, he's not a reputable.
I'm not letting that slide. There was talk about his skills.
Oh, I was gonna say, we never talked about his skills on this podcast.
Okay.
We talk about him being a reputable human being. We don't give a shit about him because he ain't worth shit as a human. Like he's a woman. He's a woman beater. Like he's all kinds of things. Like
woman
he ain't
beater, woman. What's it called? What's
womanizer, woman.
Womanizer,
Like he's a shit hell as a human being. We never talked about his skills.
AB the person is like, hey, you two-faced.
Yeah.
You're two-faced. Because what he is he shows something in the public light, and then now you reveal the mask and you see all this other shit. You're two-faced. That's what you are.
Yeah, he needs to thank Tom Brady. Like thank his lucky stars. Like this dude that you live with him to get your mind right. All kinds of shit. Like
right now, because I mean, and Mark just said he's humble as fuck, and I'm like, yeah, you damn right, he's humble.
He
as
sound
fuck.
humble right now, but
he's humble as fuck.
I can't believe it. Though. I don't believe him.
When you're out the league that long, and now you're playing on a veteran minimum contract.
I don't believe he's humble.
You know what I'm saying? You damn right. You better shut the hell up and be humble.
I think he's biting his tongue right now. I don't believe he's humble for shit. He's gonna
exactly. I would love to see how he moves if somebody throws him another contract again.
Put it this way. Show me your humility 5 years after you're out the league, and let me see how you're acting still.
Not even that.
I'm taking this all the way to the end. I don't believe you're humble until I can prove you finally changed as a man.
Not even that. Show me you're humble, cause the way he's playing right now, somebody's gonna throw him some money.
And the Knicks are still the best team in New York. I'm sorry, what happened?
No, I said the way he's playing right now, and that's facts, by the way. That's facts, big facts. But the way he's playing right now, somebody's gonna throw him a multi-year deal. It won't be as big as it used to be, but somebody might throw him a nice 3-year, 20-something mil type
contract. 3-year, $10 million contract.
But you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. Show me you're that humble once you get that money again. Because basically we saw the bullshit once the money started coming in.
Oh, because he's gonna have to get good money.
Yeah,
he can't get
because the way he's playing, you can't throw him the bullshit contract.
So 3-year, $45 million contract.
Nah, I don't know about that much now. Because remember, he also is like 31 years old.
3-year 36. 3-year 36. 3-year 30.
That's what I'm saying. 3-year 30, 3-year 25, something like that.
So somewhere he gets like $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, when that type of money starts coming back to you again, show me that you're still humble then. Because all the nonsense started happening once he was highest paid receiver in the league. Once he was making big money. Which that's not the first time I've seen something like that.
Yeah, he's at the
Receiver,
first one.
receivers get big money and they start acting a fool.
Players get big money, they start acting a fool because listen, every agent and we've talked about this pattern. Every agent tries to get their players to that second contract because that's the generational wealth contract that locks you down. And once you get that secure bag, then they're like, listen, you can do with your career after what you want to do after that. That's literally the talk. Once you get that next contract, you can do whatever you after that because you would have secured yourself. So if you want to continue the league, then keep trying to continue. If you don't, then just take that, and after that you'll be done. That's why so many people left early. They're like, I don't want to take this shit forever. Like, let me get this quick money and let's go. Like listen,
that research with the concussions and everything had
like,
niggas dropping.
Like, I don't need to get a $300 million. Like, I'll take 65 and bounce. Like, like people's like, yo, like I can go. Like, I still won't say. I won't still see that he's humbled. But you know who may be becoming a little bit more humble? Those are Knicks fans. Knicks fans may become a little bit more humble, a little bit more taken down to earth. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I still say
got our asses whooped last night.
Still say no.
Players fuck up too.
No. I still say no.
Got our ass whooped last night.
If I'm still a Knicks fan right now, New York Knicks are sitting at 5-5. 5-5. They dropped 2 really bad games, which means that they were 5-3 at one point in time. They dropped one. They dropped one game they shouldn't have, right, against Oklahoma City. Yeah, Oklahoma City came a little bit more game, and then it just looked like it continued on to Denver, or Denver just took them seriously. You know what I mean? And made sure what happened to Utah don't happen to them, right? But the New York, even after if you still tell me at the end of this first 10 games that the New York Knicks are able to have a 500 record at the beginning of the season.
I'll take it.
Because the New York Knicks really look, based off of the New York Knicks from last year, if you were to truly judge them, really only looked like they had about 2 or 3 winnable games going into their first 10. The New York Knicks have a really hard schedule. Let me also let you guys know this. I don't know if you guys know this. The New York Knicks has the hardest schedule of the first 37 games. I don't understand. I don't know if you guys understand this. The New York Knicks have the hardest schedule out of everybody for the first 37 games of the season, for the first half of the season. So I redid the numbers again, and I did them again, and I looked again, and I looked again, and I looked again. Because even if I looked again and again and again, regardless of how many times I'm like, okay, maybe this team is unacceptable, the Knicks may honestly, worst case scenario is still 12 games. I'm still at that 12 game thing. That's still worst case scenario now for me. You know, I don't think that was worst case scenario then. I think I was at 8 games was my worst case scenario before. So now my worst case is up to 12. Best case scenario, the Knicks could finish the first 37 games 19-18. Like, really where we're at right now is probably where I think we could be, a 500.
And if I see 19-18 after the first 37,
18-19 or 17 and like you understand 17 and 20. Like, so right now because 17 is my lucky number, 17 wins. Like we're if we win the other 2, that's 19 because. We can't finish 500. It's 37 games. So we've got to be one game above 500 or one game below 500. I did this several times because I didn't believe myself. So I said, okay, who am I put in here that I re-looked at it, did it again. Came away with 19 again. I was like, I don't know. Come back and look at this again later. I don't trust myself. Came back and looked at it again, did it again. 19. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, 19 wins, 19 winnable games, and we've won 5.
So, just need 14 more.
So there's 14 more winnable games. They win half of that. There goes to 12. As I said, 12 was before. 8 was my lowest. Now we're up to 12. That's the bare minimum. I had 12 was damn near the max. Where I felt it was gonna fall at if after thinking all the winning, everything now fell into their favor. I had 12. Now 12 was the floor. 12 was before I thought like, yo, if they do really well. So, doable. For the Knicks fans that's out there, guess what? The Knicks are getting better. I understand, and what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to go through the ups and the downs. It's gonna be a roller coaster of a season. They're gonna have some poor shooting nights. The Knicks are still learning how to win. Period. Like regardless of how I don't care if they started out 5-3 or whatever. The Knicks are still learning how to win. So they may feel themselves a little too much, because it's a factor. They may feel themselves a little bit on that 5-3. You know what I mean? Alfred Payton is no longer going out and shooting those extra shots because he thought he had a bad shooting night. They won games. So all of that little extra shit they were doing when they was losing those close games, they're now not doing when they're winning these close games because they're like, hey, I think we may have the formula. Nah, my young G's. you're going to have to keep continuing. Don't forget, people, the phone lines are open. If you want to call in, go ahead and call in. Whether you want to join this topic or if you have questions for us, guess what? We may have answers. If we don't have answers, I'll bullshit through it, and then we'll move on. Listen. We professional bullshitters over there. Gab is what we do, and Gab is what we have.
Gab like a motherfucker.
So
one thing about a New Yorker, we got the gift of gab, baby.
Now, the important thing about it now is that I think the New York Knicks are finishing 5-5. They actually now have their team with faith. They have a fan base now that they're looking at them like, you know what? I understand you guys may not make that 10th seed. We get it. But they still keep trying to look impressive, because what really made the Oklahoma City game and Denver game so bad was just how bad that the New York Knicks looked. And how bad those losses were. It didn't look like they had the same fight. It didn't look like they had the same chemistry.
Like they was feeling themselves over the fact that they were 5-3.
Like things didn't look as sharp anymore. So this is good. You lost 2 good games, and they're not gonna have any time to rest. They have a game tonight.
Mm-hmm. Thibodeau's gonna be right in that ass.
They're gonna have a game tonight. RJ Barrett and
who we play? I forgot.
I don't. You know what? It's okay. I have it up right here somewhere, right? Because I keep up the schedule now, because I refuse to close out this stupid window, because I'm like, at any point in time, I need to see who they're playing. So they're going to play Charlotte tonight. And then they're going to play Brooklyn. Then they're going to play Cleveland. So this is how I had this weighted. I'm like, this is how much of a roller coaster this season's going to be. They're going to play Charlotte. That's possibly a win. But they're going to play Brooklyn. That's probably going to be the loss. Then we're going to play Cleveland. That's probably going to be the win. Then we're going to play Boston. That's probably going to be a loss. We're going to play Orlando. That's probably going to be a win. Going to play Golden State. That's probably going to be a loss. Going to play Sacramento. That's probably going to be a win. Going to play Portland. That's probably going to be a loss. You see that shit? Mm-hmm. That's the roller coaster of this season. If you're not excited about that, then you're probably going to play Portland and lose. Utah and win. Cleveland and win. LA and lose. Chicago and win. Chicago and win. But you probably end up splitting that because motherfuckers, you just can't win 2 straight. You'll probably split that for no reason. I hope Zach LaVine has 46 and 2 L's. You understand?
He hooped yesterday. He gave the Clippers work.
But then you're going to go to Portland and lose. And you're going to go to Miami and lose. And you're going to go back to Miami and lose. But you go to Washington and maybe win. And go to Houston and who knows? You maybe lost. So who knows? Washington and Houston back to back. You know what I mean? That one's probably going to be split somewhere. But you may go to Atlanta and win. And go back to Orlando and win. But go to San Antonio and lose. And go to Minnesota and win. But go to Golden State and lose. But go to Sacramento and win. But go back to Indy and win. And go to Detroit and win. And go to San Antonio. And let's see if you can play better the second time around.
Talking about PG and Kawhi like these huge defensive stoppers, and then you got guys coming up in there, light-skinned brothers coming in and dropping 45 and 10 threes on your head.
Off the bench.
No, he's a starter.
The guy was the
Zach LaVine is a starter.
Oh, you're talking about Zach LaVine. Sorry. I'm over here thinking about these guys from, damn it, these 2 boys that just balled recently. And they're like no names on their team. Somebody from Oklahoma City and one person from Indy maybe. Like, it was 2 of them this week.
Against the Clippers?
I don't know if it's against the Clippers. I don't even know who they play at, but you just said that, and it just made me think about them. that's the reason I was thinking about off the bench. Like, I didn't even know who you was talking about, but those 2 guys popped in my head, and I was thinking about them balling out recently, and how they were able to put up random numbers for their teams. Like, it was 2. Look at Mark. Look at Mark over here. He looks excited that you said light skin. So, New York Knicks fans, don't you worry, Charles. Like, the basketball heaven has a place for you. If you keep this up, I still believe the Knicks are going to make the play-in game, but a 500 record says a whole lot more than play-in. Now, what I don't want you to do is to have all of that faith that the New York Knicks are going to have a 500 record. I don't want you to stay there yet. Just know that if the Knicks take care of their job, and if they overachieve and do their absolute best, this is their best, absolute best. No slippage, no sport, no oops, I did it again kind of shit. You can't have any of those moments. This is at their best. They can finish their first 37 games above 500. And
Love to see it.
And if they do that, then you might as well call it a victory for the rest of the season.
Listen, if that happens, I will be getting drunk off my ass. But can we do one thing though?
You want to do these college football picks?
Can we disown Kyrie Irving as a dark skin? Can we claim him? Can we call him as a light skin, bro?
We have to look through his family tree because
there's a lot of shit that he does. Like, bro, he's a light skin tendencies like a motherfucker, bro. Missing the last 3 games for personal reasons, and no one knows what the fuck it is. That's some light skin shit. And one of my homies is pulling some light skin shit right now. I'm over here mourning, and he's out here sending me all these shit about his Rams and whatnot, and sending me shit.
Is that Kyrie's mom?
That Shannon Sharp said about the Steelers.
Is that Kyrie's mom right here? Look at the TV behind you.
What?
I'm asking.
I have no clue. I've never seen the woman. But I'll take a guess that is. Kind of has features of the face that look alike.
Like that looks old enough that could be his mom, right? I know that's his dad. I can recognize his dad anyway. That looks like maybe Okay. So he get it from his mama.
Light skin tendencies right there. Boom. He get it from his mother. He is officially a light skin.
Like if that's the case, if that's who that is, because we don't know for sure yet, we haven't confirmed. But his mama really light skinned.
That's where he gets them light skin tendencies from. His mom.
Lewis invited me to another pod. He's like, nigga, you ain't done podcasting yet?
No, motherfucker, we not done yet.
Listen, my Xbox hasn't been up for like 2 weeks. You don't realize like I'm about to be done with this, and when I leave this, like I'm going on the road. Like, like I may go eat something. So I'm
definitely gonna eat something.
So I may play one game with the 2K Nation shit, cause that's gonna be a quick like 5-minute quarter game, and I'll eat that before I head on the road. But I got gold. I got I'm trying to get like 10 deliveries in today. I got none in so far. I went grocery shopping this morning, and I came home and did the podcast. Mondays be tough, right? I be sacrificing Mondays, like to do that shit, but that should be if it gets to me, cause I'm like, damn, fucks up my numbers. Knicks fans, I just hope once again that I can continue to help to be that therapeutic voice for you guys, because this is gonna be a roller coaster season, and I'm already I know it's so bad. I'm getting calls from Knicks fans that haven't watched all the games yet, not every single game. So what happened is that these 2 losses that they took, what happened? They feel it. Blah, 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 blah. Right. It was a bad shooting night. Like really, one of them was just another bad shooting night. Like Denver did what they're supposed to do, but Oklahoma City was really a bad shooting night. That's really, they shot 30-something%. New York Knicks they shot 33%, and New York Knicks normally shoot 46. It's a bad shooting night. It's one of them nights. Like they wasn't escalating. They weren't executing properly. Like things weren't like a lot of times like things just weren't falling, but they were getting it. They were getting their shots. RJ buried it. Like I'm gonna tell you this. We all know that Tom Thibodeau likes to work the hell out of his players, which also means that he's going to turn his 2 stars into volume shooters. R.J. Barrett getting 20-something shots a game. Julius Randle getting 20-something shots a game. What has to come better than this is that Julius Randle and even R.J. Barrett has to realize 7 for 21 isn't going to cut it.
At all.
Even if you get 21 points, that doesn't cut it, because that's 21 shots for 21 points. You understand? You're going to have to start getting, if you're going to be putting up 21 shots, you're going to start having to get 30 points out of that. 25 points. That's what he's trying to set you at.
You can't see. You get the aim every time when you make it. When you shooting, it needs to be 50% every night.
Somewhere around there.
If you're taking 15 shots.
No lower than 45.
No. We can't have 7 for 15. It's got to be at least 8 or 9.
It could be 9 for 20. But that's it. You can't keep going that low. No.
20 shots. I need 50%. I need 10 for 20.
And not for nothing, I'm gonna need 6 trips to the line.
I need driving. I need drives to the basket. I need finishing. I need and ones. I need free throws. And then the thing that's killing me the most, I think that's killing us the most right now is like, yo, when you're at that 3-point line, shoot that bitch. And shoot it with fucking confidence. It's at a point where these niggas, they're not even shooting with confidence.
See? When I said this about Frank Ntilikina killing with the pump fake, they're still pump faking too much. So I understand what you say about the pump fake. They're still pump faking too much. Where it's still more pump fake to try to drive than, take this shot. You still have the space. Like, nobody's still believing in you in these shots. Take them. And then when they close out and really start forcing you off the line, because you really know the difference when somebody's trying to force you off the line versus a weak closeout.
A weak closeout.
They're doing weak closeouts so that you can pump fake at the line and dribble into them. And then we get it, like you dribble into them and then your next one's going to be a pass, but it's still a weak closeout on you. Shoot the fucking ball. They're going to test Frank. They're testing Peyton. They're testing these guys to shoot. Shoot the fucking ball.
Shoot it.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot the fucking ball, please.
Now,
Reggie Bullock, 1 3-point attempt. I need more. You're a starter. I need more attempts than that.
especially if you're starting. And you're one of the,
if you're starting.
and you're one of the better 3-point shooters in the team. I need 6 from you.
You're literally there to shoot and play defense, bro. I need, exactly like you said, 6. I need 6 attempts a game.
Damn near everybody. I don't give a, like R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox, Julius Randle.
Especially Kevin Knox, too.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe not Frank and Peyton, but if they're going to give them this, you take the fucking shots. Bullock, we need 6.
Bullock and Knox, I need shots. I'm at the point where I want to see that one kid who, what's his name? The white boy, Ignas Razdik. That's a shooter.
You know,
I'm at the point like, we need shooting on the court.
You know, him and R.J. Barrett went to early camps together as a kid. He used to bust R.J.'s ass.
So what? It's like, yo,
now it's not the same anymore. But he used to bust R.J.'s ass back in the day as a kid. Like he grew up better. He grew up better fundamentally.
Bro, it's at the point where, bro, we need shooting on the court. We need shooting. So it makes no sense to be having like
the hesitation or the 3-point line.
I'm at the point where, like, I'm like Thibodeau, like, bro, see what the kid got. See what he got. You drafted him the same draft that you picked up RJ. Play the kid. Mm-hmm. See if he's got any type of shoot. See if you put him in the game in meaningful minutes, if he will at least shoot the bitch.
And the thing about it, he's one of those guys. I feel that he may not. It's not so weird. He may be in a position because I'm trying to think now because we've seen him in game. He hustles his ass off in game. He may not be practicing well.
Must be the case
because you know how Tom Thibodeau is. He may not be practicing well. And that may I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna do my podcast research and hear what they have to say about him. KD returned after being out. Ball did his thing.
Still lost.
The Knicks are gonna be taking on the Charlotte Hornets. And LaMelo Ball put up a triple double up over there against his brother. I didn't say this on the air, but I'm glad. But I think I told you guys. So let me tell you this on the air. So it's funny that I'm talking to my mother, and I don't know what we were talking about. But let me just say I was talking about this just to make the conversation roll. I was talking to my mother, and I was telling her that Melo put up a triple double, and then she was like, Melo could still put up triple doubles, and I was like, no, not Carmelo Anthony, like LaMelo Ball. And then and that moment it flooded to me the meme that I've seen. When grown-ups hear the word Melo, they think Carmelo Anthony. When kids hear the word Melo, they hear LaMelo Ball. And that did it. And that came to truth right then and there with my mother. She heard the word Melo put up a triple-double. And she was like, Melo? He can still do that? Disrespected Melo like that, ma. But at least she realized who she wanted to talk about. So let's close out the show with this, right? We have about 3 minutes or so left.
We made it without talking about Houston and Deshaun Watson.
Oh, that's for Wednesday.
Yes, I'm saying.
Because
you said you were tempted to do it now.
Oh man, it's okay. I say that.
Save it.
You see, because I also forgot about it. Thanks for reminding me. Because now I was simmering again.
You said 3 minutes. So
yeah,
yes, we can do it.
Okay.
There's no way we can talk about that in 3 minutes.
Nah, not at all. My rent is 3 minutes. Damn near, I feel like. College football is tonight. We have Ohio State, right, versus the Roll Tide. Who you with? You said the spread. You said the spread was 9.
I said.
So
Ohio
State give me the all in all. Give me who you picking. Give me your spread numbers. All of that.
Alabama close. I'm definitely picking Ohio State to cover that 9-point spread. That's disrespectful at this point. Because real talk. I haven't seen Alabama play a real team that can give them a scare all year. Yeah, you played Notre Dame. I don't value Notre Dame being legit like that. I didn't feel Notre Dame was gonna give them any problems. Their best opponent outside of that, Texas A&M, and they smoked them by 28. All right there. But yeah, smoked them out, and yeah. Ohio State has Ohio State. It's as if I'm watching Washington's defensive line. Like Chill Will said the other day, when he was on here, they have D-line by committee, so you can't. It's not like with Chase Young. You can't focus on them. You can't focus on one particular guy. Everybody on that D-line can eat. And once again, I don't give a fuck who you are. Your D-line can get pressure on that quarterback. your quarterback can become very ordinary real quick. If your front four, which Ohio State is capable of doing, which is what they did to Clemson, if I can get pressure with 4, put 7 in coverage, I like the chances. And I think Ohio State can do it. I'm not sure if it'll be enough to win. The only reason why I'm not confident in picking them to win the game is because I don't know the health of Fields. That shot that he took to his goddamn ribs, you're not telling me in 10 days that shit is all 100% now. No. You're still hurting. That's a fact. That's the only reason why I'm not flat out picking Ohio State to win. But I definitely feel like it'll be like a score. I'm picking. Also another thing, Ohio State, I hope they know in their mind they got to get 35 at least. 35 points at least, because that Alabama offense is lethal. Lethal. So I'm saying this game will be something around 41-37.
Right through his hands.
Woo-wee. Their draft is going to be so huge this offseason. Oh my god.
Notable free agents: James Conner, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Bud Dupree.
The only one that I really care about coming back is Bud Dupree. The other two can go.
Juju Smith is going to be a nice number 2 receiver for Aaron Rodgers.
Hey.
Why not?
Why not? Shit. The team is so fucking predictable, though. That's why they started to struggle. Like, bro, you're doing the same stuff. The offensive coordinator, I'm like, bro, you're literally doing Mike McCarthy type shit. Your offense is becoming predictable. That's why people started teeing off on you and you were getting all them wins.
Save that for Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't have a pick, honestly, for Ohio State, Alabama. The roll tide has rolled long enough. I'm hoping that tide dries up just a little bit, just to add to the controversy of it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go with OU. Roll tide, you can roll your ass somewhere else. This has been the MyT Sports Podcast. I'm your host, the one and only Donald Thomar Taylor. This has been my co-host, KJ, the Quiet Storm.
This the roll tide like that? My goodness. What did the roll tide do to you? Fuck. Ouch. Like they fucked your bitch or something.
Yo, man, we out of here.
Sorry, B. I tried. Honest. All the bandwidth in the world couldn't keep me contained.
I just saw something that annoyed me.
No lag.
Atlanta's head coach gets fired.
Gonna share my talents with Pod B Live. Always knew I'd take the pod there. Just a lot later than a lot of listeners thought.
You can't make this shit up.
Last of the real gabbers.
Atlanta's defense.
Well, maybe not the last.
If we wasn't so critical,
They're going off of what he
New,
did as a defensive coordinator
improved
in Seattle.
Because
when he was the defensive coordinator in Seattle, that's when Legion of Boom was going crazy.
Potted down now.
But your team defense sucked in Atlanta.
Last call for drinks.
Rex Ryan's defense never sucked in New
Bars
York.
closing.
Buffalo.
The thing that
Sun's
always blows
out.
me is how the fuck, okay,
Heard the casino
you're a
got a
head
buffet
coach
breakfast.
because you're a great
Don't
offensive
want to go
coordinator.
far.
Why does the offense stink now?
Exactly.
Wow.
You're the head coach because you're a great defensive
Tired.
coordinator. Why the fuck does the defense stink now?
Tired.
Bill Belichick's defense don't stink. Even when there's nobody.
MyT
Blows.
Sports. Okay.
We're off the air.
We're about to be. So
Yeah, shit blows me.
We're
That'll-
off the
that'll-
air for the
that'll-
website.
That'll always blow me. How the hell you got the job as the defensive coordinator? Why does the goddamn defense stink?